Hey traders, welcome. This is Jeffrey. I am the lead trader and educator over at TickBlaze, and also I'm taking care of putting up some content here for the Algo IQ program. As you can see, I've got my Algo IQ super bands and bands on the NinjaTrader charts, and this is a trade that I took this morning. Let's go ahead and review it, and I'll give you an idea of how I place these trades. So at first, I'm taking a look at the charts, and what I'm looking for is the appearance of a square MOM signal. That's the momentum signal, either to go long or short. The overall concept that I am always trading is a parabolic move from one end of the outer bands, the super bands, to the other end of the super bands, looking for a first target at the mid band. So in this case, as you can see, in the overnight, price moved all the way up. It had a bit of a move down, but that was early in the morning at around 8:30, and there was an economic report coming up, so I didn't bother with that one. I waited for a bigger pullback, and right around the 9:30 to 9:45, I got a advance signal. The triangles down are pretty much a get ready, get set, and then when you see the square orange momentum signal, that is your go signal. I go ahead and I get in automatically, and I'm looking to take my first target right around the mid band. My second target, I may look for a significant level on the chart, or some options levels that I'm looking at on other charts, but I'm always going to look for an exit at the other side of the band. Now I may move these along the way and may trail my stops as well. But let's see how this one played out. We'll speed it up a little bit. And once we start to get in the money, I'm going to take a look and see how close I am to my midband, and I may make an adjustment there and move it ahead. So you can see as we start getting into the money, I'll get my short signal line right here as well. If you didn't get in yet, here is another signal for you to get in. Now I'm in this trade already, and we're taking a little bit of heat, but my stop is above the most recent swing high. Plenty of room there because I'm only trading 3 micros, and my risk on the trade is going to be maximum of about $200-300. And if I get stopped out over here, I might look for another short entry, but I know that this is going to move from experience down to at least the midline or all the way down. Now you can see we've moved a little bit because prices continue to move up. So let's go ahead and adjust my stop a little bit. We are looking for another potential signal coming up. We've got a down triangle, and there she is. So if you didn't get in on this signal, you had another chance to get in over here. You might have gotten in a little bit lower because price was down here. But either way, we're now in the green and we're working our way down. Now it's time to adjust my targets. So I'm going to move my first target for a little bit above that midline. Doesn't really coincide with any levels. Here is a level right over here, so it may hunt and get right down to this level, but I'm a pretty conservative trader. I like to take money off the table, and I'm going to look for that first target. And if we get close to it and price starts to hover and stall, if it's at a time period that I'm worried about, like if it's coming up to 10 o'clock or 10:30, because on the half hour you're going to sometimes see some market profile changes that will affect you. I may take my target and just move it around. I'm always looking to get out. So here's my first target. I'm out. We continue to move down. Now I've moved my stop to break even plus, and now we're hunting for our next targets. And as we start to move down, I am just trailing behind 1 or 2 bars back on my AIQ bars. Nice move down, getting ready to take my second target, well above the outside of the band. I'm kind of a little more concerned about getting out of this trade a little bit sooner rather than later because the overall trend is up. So we are kind of counter trend trading here. because the overall move is on the upside. If we get down here, we're going to look for a long to go back up to the other side, and I'll let that run out all the way to the edges. But as we get close to this area, let's go ahead and make a move as we continue to trail our stop. I could move my target right up to here or just keep trailing it down. That's my tendency. I prefer to keep trailing it. And as you can see, we took a move all the way. I got in right after this first signal. So right around here, rode it all the way up, took a tiny bit of heat, came back, retested, and we swung all the way down. For those of you that are familiar with Christopher's training, you can see we've got a nice M pattern right here and these nice hooks as we see, but I use the AIQ indicators in a very simple fashion, and I trade the same way over and over and over again and knock these trades out. If you have any questions, info@algo-iq.com, and we'll see you in the next one.